lapha eveni. She's one of them. Utawona ke nakuvela sithombe ukuthi le tindvu lesivele sembi kwakhe nje kuyinkomba nje vele ukuthi she is she has a standard, she has a record. Sivele sikuvuselele mayadodo.
Ukusibukela kuhlelweni.
Now I think yes, lesithombe nje nasingaqala ngalesithombe nje lokusembi kwakho yini nje, how far for you to be able to achieve this ukuthatha isikhathi singanani nje, how long have you been in this self?
I've been in the sport since 2013 if I'm not mistaken. And kuleso sikhathi leso kunengile ngikwendile kuze ngiachieve konke lokulambi kwami. It's not ukuthi bekulula. Hard work ne dedication nekulalela bocoach bakho ngiko lokusita ukuthi ngize ngithole lokho. This is not all le benginako, this is part of le nginako.
Ndawucanga nje asixoxa nje ngoba ukhanze ukuthi kunomuntu ohlele ekhaya nje nyalo, imotivation a young girl lo teacher ukuthi athi sengithi choice ngayingazama emathubane kwangehlula, ngayingazama kubhukusha kwangehlula, mhlawumbe nje ka shooting kungalunga. Natabuka nje leti ntondo etingaka tatibuta ukuthi do I need kuba emafosini ngibeli poise noma lisojo noma kuba a correction ukuze ukuthi ngithi ngikhona ukwachieva longaka. The sport itself, can anyone, a civilian as a female, ajoin excel ngalendlela excel ngayo?
Not really ukuthi ngathi uzobe kuma forces kuze ukhona ukungenela le sport. Anyone lo noma ngabe awukho la kuma forces ungakhona ukungena so long as une licensed firearm ngoba ngiloko lokumcuka, because shooting is a sport at the end of the day funa silandzele imigomo nemithetho nama actor la khona Eswatini sikhona ukuhlonipha konke lokho. So ngumthetho wala Eswatini umuntu lokufuna ukuthi abe nesibhamu akhona ukusisebenzisa sibhamu kumbe kunomuntu lo ne license, but the sport is open to everyone. Ayisiko ukuthi seyiyagcina ukuthi ifuna ukuthi ifikela kulaba mafusisi akhona amanye ama individuals lesinawo, because isinawo ma teams lesinawo la participate kule sport sethu but la ngakho kuma forces.
Nasikhuluma njengawe uyaqala 2013 uqala le sport, just take us through uhamba njani, uqala njani, we are registered and everything. Maybe utasketsela ukuthi nje imedali yokuqala yabangiphi, but just take us through nje I short biography yakho.
Okay. Kungena kwami ngicala engangena emaphoyiseni, mina ngijane emaphoyiseni nga 2008 and then 2013 I was introduced to the sport. Ngaqala kancane nami I maximum score yethu la ka shooting it's 250 points. Nangicala nami bengishaya bo 90 something, nganyuka kancane angafika ku 200 ngabona ukuthi hayi nami sengiyakhona. Kwachubeka up until nyalo sengiyakhona nethi ngamshaye 240 which is 10 points before ufike kulo 10. Uyabona? Okay, kakhulu vele like usually ama males aba dominant kule sport nyalo nje vele ngibona abashaya isikole esikhulu nje ngala ma males ngilo 247 short 3 points before ufike ku total score is 250, but labo uma males lawo ngiyola sitile nathi thina sima females sodwana siya motivateana kuthi no, let's beat these guys yini lesihlulako, because sebenzisa tandla tinye using the very same firearms. Now saqala kulikhuni vele because usaba nje lomsindo walesibhamu qala ukukuthusa kona lokho nje, uyabona nalokuthi kufuna ke nele tandla takho tibe nimikhona ibe ngilikhona kuba strong and firm enough ukuthi engakhona ku yes.
Uyaqala 2013.
So ngiyaqala 2013 ke yasidlala sport sami. I'm not sure ukuthi ngiphi setiyangidida nami. Yes, but go each and every year kuba ne tournaments ithite, kuba ne calendar le association yethu lesendelako lesiyidlalelako. Bekungakavami ke kuthi kuma females kungabi khona lengithola kuleyo
categories
yaleyo category leyo ngalelo langalelo malanga kafani.
Usaqala nje maybe sisibuka nje in terms of progress ngoba lokunye sifuna sikuthinze kakhulu kati namuhla is inanzaneni level of attendance yabo mark na uqala nga 2013 maybe uyasikhumbula isithombe ukuthi bekunjani nobuka compared to today ukuthi inombolo tabo mark nje teacher busanganani ukuthi seba understand le sport ukuthi nayo it's a sport umuntu angayingene.
Okay, ngiyavakala, thank you so much for that. Vele kusaselikhuni kakhulu bo make ngala kule sport lindikanise yabadinga phela because kufuna sibalances nangisacala nje mina besibancane but ezingicubeka ba diyangete kathi nombolo enisiyajabula ngalendlela kwenteka ngakhona so I association yethu isachubeka nekunxusa bomake ukuthi babuye bashoyine le sport siyajabula nombolo tekhula vele kuyasimotivate kwana nathi ema females nalokuthi nje ukuhlebe nama competition la nje ngawona lawa ukuthi endele nje specifically for bomake kukhulu kakhulu lokho siyakubonga vele kuyasimotivate kakhulu.
Nasibuka in terms of lama benefits maybe mina umbuto lotawulandzela ngokubuka ukuthi ufisile ukuthi at some point ungaphuma umelele live udlala umdlalo but nasibuka nje wena maybe angathi ukuthi sitayibuka on a personal capacity ukuthi udlala umdlalo usidakala kanganani but noma sitawuphinze sibuke ukuthi kulomsebenzi lo wendawo ngoba lokho kuphinze kukusethana semsebenzini in terms of aiming target yakho ukuthi lama benefits kule sport personal ngoba benda kubekisela nje enkundleni nje ebholeni ukuthi iphayilinye lingalana linye lingala ungakhona ukuthi itarget lingala uyibambe so but largely nje on you benefits nama benefits ngisho ukuthi usidakala kanganani kuba part of lo mdlalo.
No kungisita kakhulu nje because ubana le confidence ubana lokuthi okay nangisiphethe lesibhamu kunema principles lekufuna ngiwalandzele it's not just a toy ukuthi kufuna ngihambe ngidlala noma kanjani kunginiketa naleso sibinzi nje sokuthi ngadi ukuthi nakungathiwa nyalo sekufuna ngisebenzise ngidasebenzisa ngendlela lefanele because ngifundisiwe ngaso yabo ngiyakhona nje angadlo sengayibeka kanjani but kuyangisita kakhulu because lo msebenzi lengisebenzisa umsebenzi lo dangerous kakhulu ngoba even nalama poison I think ngase so uma sisasebenza vele sisebenza ngebamvu lapho kutafika ukuthi khona sekune one on one naleyo mvu lesingasho ukuthi I target uyabona but kufuna wathi ukuthi kufuna ukuthi usebenzise kanje kufuna ukuthi udubulela kuze phela we are here to save my lives akusho ukuthi as much as isibhamu vele sekubulala but yes uyati wena ukuthi kuze ukhone kuphuma kunayinkinga nayo ufuna kuncamike kanje kungisitile kakhulu emsebenzini wami vele ngaphandle nje kwaloko ukuthi ke kuba nalama sports siyadlala ngaso but
angathi noma uyithole infuba ukuthi ulandzele the sport internationally ukuthi mhlawumbe labanye in terms of ehlangothi labo ma ukuthi bakuphi but nasingathi from today icareer yakho yakhulisa yanyuka ufisile yini ukuthi one day ungaphuma usimelele nje kuba my cause nangibuka le ndondo kusho ukuthi wena lelizinga ukulo nje nyalo le association ngakutsemba ukuthi ungasimelela ngaphandle are you there so fike kuleso sigaba ukuthi ungacabanga ukuthi ungasimelela ngaphandle emidlalweni yekudubula.
I'm so confident, I'm very very confident ngalokuthi ngingakhona ukulimelela live and ngingajabula kakhulu uma ngabe kungaba khona vele lithuba lekuthi thina ama females kakhulu siphumele ngaphandle sihambe siyocompete kakhulu and I'm sure ukuthi live singalenda libe proud kakhulu ngathi but nje I-association yethu sasilungisela ukuthi sikhone kumbe phumela ngaphandle kuma-Commonwealth Games no stuff.
Nibe ingcenye ama sporting codes na nikwe imvumo kuhulumende ukuthi ningachubeka nidlale imidlalo yenu. This coming weekend is a competition. Singasho ukuthi you are part of the competition stawudlala and I think so tibhekele ama target yakho so fune maybe ukuthola number 3 number 2 number 1 in terms of training facility bekulukhuni kulesikhathi bekuvaliwe boji manjani and sisaye kule build sisaye kule ama games ngeweekend it's in what's your target?
Lengakusho ukuthi I'm taking this one home. This one is mine.
Yes.
And kudubula it's not about ukuthi kufuna uzofike physically arranging. Kudubula kula ngomveni kunana kulesithi I-dry shooting. Thatha sibhamu sakho you aim at a target lekhona la ukhona ususa magazini wakho uaim this indlela yakho yekutrainer uyakhona ifana it's I-dry shooting kufana it's indoor training vele lokho kwenta ukuthi nasofike ekhathi efielding arranging kube lula kakhulu ukuthi ukhone kusetha inang yakho ngisho ukuthi isikosami asesibekela nakhambe kabi asithi nje 2:30 kule weekend
2:30
yes sibonge kakhulu ke nekuthi uhulumende nkosami agcina abonile naye ukuthi kufanele ukuthi nathi angasibeka sibe ingcenye yalo ukuthi kulama sports lamanye lavuliwe sibonga kakhulu we do appreciate nalokho vele sitawuqhubeka silandzele onke ama regulations labekiwe sikwende kahle konke ngendlela efanele.
One or two questions before you go.
Yes.
I think whoever lobuka konje emoyeni yatibuta ukuthi lengomishi uyakhumbula ukuthi wait for nini. Yeah, this one.
Yes, ngiyakhumbula lena it's 2018 cup lengayithola bekuyi inkomishi lebesilungiselwe ngomvane ngosibanzile lo nguye patron wethu. Is yeah, it's of sentiment avele kimi.
Okay. Kuna lenye ngibonile la ngempile ngathi ebholeni kuye kuba nathindo bathi best player of the tournament.
Yes.
So la ngathi you were player of the tournament, shooting tournament.
Yes.
So 2018
yes.
SRA awusichazele ngayo.
Okay, lo SRA umele akusiyo lo serialism jwayele. It kumele ukuthi Swaziland before kube Eswatini.
Okay.
Swaziland Rifle Association.
Okay.
Yes, it's a tournament because kunema tournament lesiwadlala lako le ma sponsors laqhamuka kuma sponsors and then kuba khona lapho khona i-association ethu itawuvula tandla isponsorishe yona isponsorishe leyo competition leyo, so I was one of
the best players.
The best.
Now uyaphuma emoyeni nyalo. Now usaphuma, there's a young girl like I said lohlele endlini utibuta ukuthi angasitakala kanganani, words of encouragement to join the sport, maybe in terms of lemthetho ukuthi ufuna ukufela lesibhamu lesemthethweni from all the mama projects ufuna hambe kuyichela emphakathini, all those things, but just kumkhuthaza ukuthi it's not a harmful sport, ungayingenela phinde ube successful.
Yes. Okay, ngasho ku my young girls out there kuthi ayish kuyadlaleka kule sport lesi. It's not about ukuthi isibhamu sekubulala noma sekwendani, lokusibamba nje uva umsindo waso nawe utakhona nekuthi ngalinye ilanga uconnect protector because kunetimvu lotofundiswa tona ukuthi ukulandzeleleka sema indlela tekusebenzisa leso sibhamu leso, uyabona. So ngekujwayela nalokufunza letimvu utawugcina ukhonile nawe ukuthi nganyelanga uchubeke ube successfully udubule uzusijwayele ungenele ama competitions uzufika la sikhona khona nathi nyalo.
You have it. Sibonga kakhulu Mrs.
Sibonga kakhulu.
Now kulemphela sondo you'll be playing, and just to promise the viewers ukuthi sitawuya kule game sekutfola ukukhuluma start for the interview, let awuphinze idela idlala emsombolo ukuthi lama point lo sitsemse ngayo 2.3 sitayabona yini.
Nthembisa kakhulu.
There you have it. That is Mrs. Lulu, our one of the best female under the Shooting Rifle Association, playing under the police, police club, knowing that the Shooting Association was given a green light to proceed with the activities during this time where the pandemic is, has actually taken over. They have got their first ever tournament this year, this coming weekend, of course, and of course she's going to be part of the tournament. We'll keep in touch and see how she's going to perform. Otherwise, it is quite encouraging to see what she has achieved as an athlete. She has that confidence that she can go out of the country and represent us and come back with the same medals, but now international. Otherwise, a short break. When I come back, I'll be in touch with Njabuliso Smelane, who's all the way in Togo through Zoom, talking about the Eswatini Techball Federation, the annual general meeting being held in Lome, Togo. After this.
Swag radar. Hey girlfriend, call me. Hey, my name is Gigi Callahan. And Gigi's a movie star I haven't seen in my life. I can't really say hello everyone. This is who I am. But let's go. You want a piece of me? Yeah, you know you wanna hey, hey. Go with the boom, boom, pow. You ain't on my swag radar.
every difficulty lies an opportunity ukuthi sifune sifunze ukuthi ama opportunities akhona ngaphandle
lwathi likhulu lulangqondweni yami ngaphandle kwale ngqondo ngeke kutawonakala.
An idle mind is a devil's workshop. Lokusho ukuthi the more lengqondo uhleli uvuka ulale ubukela TV uphenze ubuye ulale igcina utawugcina so ba tempted ukuthi ugcina so wenda nemikhiba lengayi enkosini.
You do need ukuthi now ufuna something at a certain point of time uconnectendela nakhona ngemali yakho yabo ungarely umuntu ube very independent. Bakruva.
Umuntu omusha kuyakusida ukuthi ungadikhanisa ukuhlele ekhaya ude lokwendako.
Phande Stratini every Tuesday on Eswatini TV.
Angadina ukuthi bengenelwe yini.
Khona amatoro ngiphile nje imali egibele. Kanti ngifuna ngikutshela kangani lokwenza ukuthi ngibekela sona imali kwantu longabantu. Good Samaritan leya mali.
Bubu benzile bhekina kabutata emvelo. Kodwa kufa yini?
Usulamile ukuthi uphendulele.
Nakungenteka. Bheka kube khona nami lematabo lebahle. Ngibona kahle. Ngoba ngathi ukuthi bungena.
Ngikhathazwe ngakho.
Ngitshela ukuthi lena.
Angitshela. Mfana boss, khuluma.
Nomle wendani?
Ushongani awukwenza ngendani?
Yebo uvunyelwe imali ukuthi ungene ekamelweni nami. Ngaphandle kwemvumo yami. Usebenzisa indvodana yami. Uthatha phela sibenzile senjena wena.
Eswatini TV Sports. We are live at Temidlalo, having of course spoken to Msizi Dludlu Nyalo. We are already in the company of Linda Dlamini. Ngicela nguvusela Nkosi.
Fabrice ngiyabonga ngitfobela ukukhuluma nguvusela loyal viewers. Siyabonga kakhulu female. Shootist lo hlala representa kahle referee association. Ngicabanga ukuthi vele we need more of females. Latawudlala in fact the previous week babasho labe association yedubula ukuthi bafise kubona bomake labanengi badlala le sport and bafise kubona bomake ema civil servants lamanengi not only labatawuqhamuka correctional labatawuqhamuka emaphoyiseni nalabatawuqhamuka defense badlala le sport.
And of course we touch more on that. In the interest of time, of course, I'm joined by Njabuliso Simelane. He's in Togo. That's a country somewhere in the Western Africa, in the capital city of Lome, being a development coach of Eswatini Tekball Federation, and of course he's with the executive member in the company, of course, of President Taribo Bembe in Togo. We want to talk to him now. He's joined us through Zoom, and I think maybe as a former Sihlang player master, there is a deja vu. Kona maybe mhlawumbe la kukumbula ngoba 2008 Sihlang sadlala neTogo la ekhaya sayisha 2-1 saphinde saye eLome eTogo, and he was part of the squad.
In fact Fabrice na isihlangu nasidlala la khaya siwina 2-1 labanengi bebathi women of the match. In fact he made the headlines in Togo ukuthi Swazi goalkeeper denies Togo a win away from home. So ngicabanga ukuthi
he's smiling ukuthi uyakhumbula. Ngicela simvetha smile ukuthi you are saying those things and he's smiling because you're saying that yes master Tubeka master.
Yeah, unfortunately ku second leg njoba ngisho ukuthi la khaya sayiwina leyo game leyo 2-1 man of the match performance from yena Njabuliso Simelane sakhotshwa nguyeke Shakes Mashaba brilliant performance. I was there watching the team layer. I was very happy
performance
yake personally, but unfortunately sahamba ke sa away kwendeka ke loku kwendeka,
but lama headlines bendekile talk
bekendekile talk
encanye nanyana ama headlines akhona eToko ukuthi sobuyile.
Maybe
but this time around as a co-development coach,
if archives abo eToko are good, ngicabanga sibathi awukhumbula.
All right, already you are joined by Njabuliso Mnguni. Sikusela Mnguni.
Bonjour Fabrice, bonjour Master. Sivusele nebabukeli ekhaya. Sengifundzile kancane Fabrice.
Yeah, no, this French vele ngiso. No. Sibuka nje kancane simelane ukuthi you already in Togo, nihambe kungaba nje ukucala ukusichazela ukuthi nihambe nini nifike nini, and then maybe le opportunity ukusichazela ukuthi ngambamba lomhlangano wani and what's happening there.
Fabrice, ngicela ngekuvusela ngisho ukuthi ngingijabuliso like senishito, ngiyabonga ukuthi usakhumbula Master ukuthi nga 2008 kwendekani wasikhumbuta nesive. Ngicela ngekusho ukuthi mina ngikusebenza ke Fabrice ke ngise correctional services and ga tech ball ke coach and youth developer like bosushito. Ngiphinde ngibe ngicoach ke ku National Under 20 men ekhaya Eswatini. Ngiphinde futhi ngibe ngicoach ka Black Swallows bafana bemaphasela.
Yeah.
Sihambe kahle Fabrice na Master nebabukele ekhaya, sihambe kahle sita eTogo tindiza tibebete tinkinga, but ke sifike saba nenkinga nasifika airport eTogo whereby sithe iluggage yethu sathola ukuthi ayikedi. Sathi ke nasisi siyalandzelela kwathiwa hawu iluggage yenu nayi yalema lawo la iduke yakhona. So kunginamuhla nje siwashele emtimbeni sihamba uma siyawasha kuseni siyagcoka, but ngalokuthi simasotsha sina president awu sithe sifika nje Saturday safike sathi ilunch sabe siphuma semsebenzini sahamba vele sayibamba ishisa Fabrice. So hayi konke kufana nekuthi impahla tethu tikhona thina sitenge emsebenzi and sende umsebenzi kude lokunye Fabrice.
Benginethuba lincane simana ukubuka tindvo letihamba tendekako ku social media, and I saw some of the posts mama training facilities yakhona and all those things, but just maybe to give the viewer the bigger picture, would see what's happening there, the meeting kunabobani and then yini inhloso yomhlangano.
Okay, Fabrice, lana sithunywe inhloko office Fitech lo kanekise eBudapest. Ubone umsebenzi lomuhle losiwendako thina sing-tech ball Eswatini. Wabona ukuthi no bafana bami laba bayagijima and i-federation yaseSwatini iyadlondlobala iyakhula, nemidlalo kuyabonakala ukuthi eSwatini siyawuhambisa kakhulu. Wabona ukuthi nasehofisini umsebenzi siyawenda ngendlela efanele. So wabona ukuthi uyathi ke ngasisenenkinga eWest Africa bafana bami lengabathuma khona bangendela umsebenzi ngiyabona ukuthi i-tech ball eSwatini. So Fitech lo inhloko office usithumeke nala ekhaya ukuthi site kufundzisa ke sihlangene ke ne Tech Ball Federation yala khaya eTogo umhlangano itolo so sabafundzisa ke ukuthi bangasetapha njani le-office labo nje sengakubalela itingoni lesibengcise kuto ukuthi njenge governance development sabakhombisa ukuthi bangahlanganisa njani boma constitution babo, membership development, communication development, financial development ne sports development. So umhlangano wethu ube muhle kakhulu. Bajabulile nabo kakhulu. Sasinasicedza lapho kwathi after lunch sasesiyahamba siyomeeta ema players bo Rafaela nabo coach babo la basafuna ukuthi sibafundise safike nakhona ke safike sabafaka eclassini but besingephandle ke sisile Olympia Center ya La Togo sekunelitafula ke Fabrice balidani bana linye the whole country bana linye litafula balihlanganise ngalesihlanu ngemgcibelo ngokuthi thina siyeta ngemgcibelo sabe silisebenzisa kokucala besilikada nje so abathi lutho so sibathatheka ake senyuka nabo siyaka EOU safika ku U so losihamba nabo hayi ukuhambe kahle ke because bese siyadlala nabo lokube mnanzi ke ukuthi bebalisebenzisa kokucala litafula ngemgcibelo nasibaqalisa itolo ke bese bashintshile sebabonakala sebangcono sebadlala ngconywana kusho ukuthi umsebenzi wa president nami cha sibone ngathi uhamba kahle kakhulu hayi bekujabulisa ibela nathi sive ukuthi icosolo letinhlitweni nase sibona seba improveile elangeni la itolo nanamuhla ke siphinde sabiyela kubo hayi bekuhamba kahle kakhulu
Nangibuka kulethi Thombe nisithumele sona ngiyambona na president in terms of ma technicalities sokhona besitibutha nje na master ukuthi as we can see from the pictures you and president Mr Bem besitibutha nje na master ukuthi knowing Togo as a country and I think in terms of Ebola at some point they were there na ukhumbula nje isikhathi sabo Adebayo nje baye ku-Africa AFCON mhlawumbe nje would want say ukuthi the opportunity layer isho ukuthi mhlawumbe people now are getting to know ukuthi Eswatini there is a lot they are ahead in terms of team but fana nabo tech ball maybe ne tourism nje nasingayiveta nje ukuthi we are somewhere ahead of them na ubuka nje indlela maybe nanifika banimukele ngayo nendlela mhlawumbe they are so shocked about the sport bathini ngathi nje ngelive
cha semukeleke kahle kakhulu Fabrice and bayasihlonipha kakhulu president wale federation yalakhaya cha uyasihlonipha kakhulu and basemukele kahle and bayayikhumbula ke indzaba yeSwaziland eSwaziland bayayathi kahle kakhulu and nanyalo lendlela esifike ngayo cha siyibekile iSwaziland eMapin and bayayirate nayo bayayisalute
mhlawumbe singabonga la executive ukuthi ukhethe ukuthi ube ingcenyela abahamba mhlawumbe it was a mind game nakwenda kahle ukuthi uhambe wena ngoba vele bekukhona kule game yaseTalk useceleni kwami master I think he's got one or two questions
Njabulisa mhlambe mina nginaba na two questions kwecala nje nganqestela ngekulahlekelwa luggage yenu kulukhona ikushintshela emtimbeni but umbuto lenginawo Njabulisa ukuthi ngibona kule federation noma kule association yaseTogo ungathi gcwele mhlambe bamvula sebakhulile mhlambe tinvoini lentina ke leto ukuthi ungathi kunebamvu labakhulile angisho ukuthi bamvu labakhulile babe sabasakhona lokugijima but kungako le sport sithatha isikhathi lesincane kakhulu ukuthi sigijime kani lakhaya siyathi ukuthi nine bo president bonolwazi bonokwazi nisagijima nisesebasha ukuthi ngabe mhlambe kwentiwa ngiloko yini number 2 mhlambe i-response kulabamvu baseTogo ngema sports nje onke uyayi sport person wena udlala ibhola tech ball cishe konke injalo response kuma sports besides ibhola
kuqala ngalo umbuto wakho weqala master le list lo ibonile akusibo laba be federation kunemhlangano lokuqhubekako la hotel nje lesikulo we ma directors be Olympia Africa bala West Africa so bangu 18 kahle I think in total if ngikhumbula kahle and we have a meeting with them nabo kusasa nabo siyoba introducela i-tech ball so singabanika bese ke bajika nalo lolwathi babiyela emaveni abo ngicabanga sina uyibuka nje le list kukhona bo Senegal bo Ivory Coast bo Cote d'Ivoire yini khona maning yeah Cote d'Ivoire Ivory Coast yeah se nangathi ngiyayibuka nje le list yami okunabo Guinea Bissau, kune Senegal, kune Congo Brazzaville, kunabo Mali, kunabo Cape Verde, kunabo Niger. So bonke labo bakhona balana and sitaba nemhlangano nabo ke kusasa ngilapho sitaba ufike sibatshela ukuthi techball uhamba kanjani siyoba introducela yena techball bantu khona sibabili emaveni abo bakwadi ukuthi basichubekise sport.
Maybe just last question, Mngoni, before maybe see Valerisa the interview. In terms of the next move, because I'm actually thinking, this is if the head office, if which is if you take the head the motherboard, entrusted you with that such responsibility, in South Africa, in the southern region, near west, it's all about the compliance, collaboration, very passionate about the sport. Going forward, do you maybe have another country, sport? What's your next destination?
Okay, she said the next destination ngicabanga ukuthi kutawuya ngaye Fitech ukuthi bafana bami nyalo sengicela ukuthi nigijime nibhekele sitawuva ngaye thina nakathi gijimani nibheke East Africa siyagijima thina East Africa lokumcoka ukuthi kuhambe i-techball phambili bayadi bonke abantu eAfrica.
All right, asibonga kakhulu Njabulisa Simelane. Utsinzinzaba yase Togo 2008. When you landed, what was the feeling? Ngoba master bayangikhumbula vele ukuthi it's actually amazing to remember what you did at Somhlolo. What was the feeling when you landed? And I think your president now being a former football player, nyathi ukuthi at some point you did talk. What was your feeling? And batsini ngale ndzaba ya 2008?
The feeling was good. Ngakuthi, I mean, it was a historic win. So nami ngihamba la Togo nje ngihamba ngiphakamisa inhloko ukuthi sadlala nabo sawina and ngacontribute kakhulu ecenjini lesive ukuthi likwadi ukuthi liwine against iTogo lebe ibuya kudlala World Cup ngaleso sikhathi. Yes.
Asibonga kakhulu Simelane, our development coach and youth at Eswatini Techball Federation. He's in Togo. The capital city of Togo is Lome, where he's in the company of the executive member, president of the association, Taribo Bembe, where they have attended the meeting, of course, in Lome, to capacitate different members in Togo about the sport. It says a lot about the kingdom of Eswatini. We might look these things and we think it's a small thing, but if out of all the countries in Africa, Fitech that is in Budapest, that is the capital city of Hungary, decided to take someone from Eswatini, to leave Eswatini, to go West Africa. This is a leading by example. After the break, we continue with Master.
Why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced.
It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you. But we'll be right back just after the break and we'll give you more of Mr. V.
Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Mommy, who pays for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and a gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
Tutu, nkatera ngempana lo.
lusezulwini ngisonzela kuwe ngosinana indodzana yami elula sandla sakho Nkosi uyiphilise egameni lika Jesu Kristu amen.
And of course, we're back, we're live on Eswatini TV. Having spoken to Njabulisa Similane, our youth and development coach under Tetbol Eswatini here in the country, all the way now as we speak is in Togo. After the break, I just actually highlighted, Anisha would see if there's anything wrong with what maybe Football Association is doing. But maybe when I saw that, Master, it's a sport, less than a year established in the country. Master in terms of outreach to the community. But now, out of the countries in Africa, you know, Hungary could have chosen South Africa, they could have chosen Zimbabwe, they could have chosen, you know, Sebaketsa Eswatini. You won't see, doesn't it put us on a map internationally? And looking at now, would see these two people we're talking about, they are former players. Being a former player does play a huge important play. Master, when as an analyst, as Liswat, how proud are you? Would see Singake for live about the sport.
I think Fabrice letting it in Vonganisho would say satellite cinema swag. Just over a year ago, a president wa Tetball Association wa hamba Zambia ayofunza ngeTetball wabuya lakhaya wa establish le association bane ma members seat just over a year ngulwa Tetball Association sorry late last year yarenkwa number 2 la Africa behind Djibouti. Then this year yarenkwa number 1 in Africa. So ngicabanga ukuthi lokho ukutshela something ukuthi iTetball Association yala Swatini isebenza kanganani and next out trust akufanele ukuthi FIFA uthembe iFootball Association
ukuthi ihambe ifundisa abantu
ihambe iye eSierra Leone noma iye Togo yobafundisa ngebhola ukutshela something ngicabanga ukuthi letinye tinvo sesithase nje ukuthi gani abantu labangaphandle bona bayanaka bayiliso labo likhulu kakhulu ngicabanga nje ukuthi bakaTetball nabo but aba proud ngaloko sithemba ukuthi this only a start batawuhamba
singeva mhlawumbe ukuthi base Belgium base Mauritius
yeah even Asia Thailand Malaysia kufundisa khona so ngicabanga ukuthi lokho because le eTogo bathi ukuthi iTetball Association yaseSwatini so ngicabanga ukuthi umjeka waseSwatini ngiwo lophakama kakhulu eTogo.
It says a lot, of course, about association. And whenever there's something that happens, something that is good, there is a word that I like using to say, maybe it's not. Maybe for us, it's not football.
Remember.
And I said it last time under pool, and maybe for us, it's not football.
Remember, Feb. There are some associations like about 100,000, 300,000, 500,000 grants from their mother boards. Tetball Association it follow less than far less than 10,000 malangeni. So ungacabanga lo msebenzi labawendako kuleyo madlana leyo idan lalamanye associations lathola boma 100,000 boma 500,000 ukuthi mkhulu kangana lo mehluko ngicabanga ukuthi mkhulu kakhulu.
We have it, and of course we'll keep in touch and find out when they get here. More details, of course, live on Temidlalo, of course, next week Monday. Now, moving forward quickly over the weekend, of course, pool activities were on course, and looking at the activities, Master Stabugama results in terms of the calendar. I mean, the table would see how are they competing so far. Nasuga Monday, na beskun mangale kemlenguru Master between correction and figure, and Sabona would see returning to activities did support. Now, this past weekend, which was week 15, Master, ngibuka ama results ngatsinza kancane nje ngibuka i-correction naPhocweni ngibuke France buke reps lokuyimaphoyisa Manzini and Stairs Lutse na Punya ma results master we shocked kanganani or what was your highlight nobuka
so still correctionally ya prove ukuthi the team to beat nePhocweni ba winner reps ya winner masters ya loser lengicaba ukuthi dinvoletile si mhlawumbe labanye bangathi sek too obvious because every week lesikhuluma ukuthi correctional winile reps winile but ngeke ngasho before ngathi ema teams lafana nabo Phocweni yes basafika kulomdlalo nabo basazama kusima kahle kule league so ngicaba ukuthi ema games njoba ngisho ukuthi ema games cishe labe babukeleka ngiyola correctional nayo ireps part nemas even though ilose masters but ngicaba ukuthi nabo beta kahle reps babambene ne correctional ngama point 50-50 newe in la ngemuva iyeta masters njoba ngisho ukuthi ilose this weekend but nabo balapha ba top 4
nangibuka number 1 number 2 master in terms of the trophy the championships ngasho ukuthi yakhona iway in at some point ngathi ukuthi ngakatch up master ngoba ingcenye imidlalo wepool unayo lama ins and out la ngashinja on the last moment but from the standing utsini ngala two teams bukana le way in can they surprise them and then ba pick up towards the end
kule formula bakuyo these two reps ne correctional it is very very difficult ukuthi babame not unless kude coming weeks badliwe cishe onke lama games lase then singasho ukuthi maybe but angiboni kwendeka Fabrice bese kuthi lengaphasi Stairs nePhocweni ngicaba ukuthi njoba sengishilo ukuthi Phocweni Stairs siyathi ukuthi lapha eMalkens by team nabo lesazama ukuthi ithole lawo masters but ngicaba ukuthi this is a very very good league le dominator ngiyo reps ne correctional
They have it, and of course we keep a close eye as well to the pool association and the pool league over this coming weekend to find out how far are they going with their league activities. Now over the weekend from Easter Friday, MTN Premier League games resumed, having of course been suspended back in December due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. They were back to action, and of course some of the games that played on Friday Igakurugat Emovuso Sports Center Master Day 3 Moreni Pirates. Now the surprising part master now Buganje on a day before Wednesday or Thursday. Now this is a game against Moreni Highlanders. Maybe singatqala ngayi Highlanders be 22 ne Tinyos master knowing ukuthi bafika kanjani ka Premier League last season. Were you shocked ngare results sayibuka on the day? Nasibuka ne penalty yesikhathi.
Yes, Skali wathola ipenalty. Dadlala Fabrice game bemnanze kakhulu. Ngicabanga basibukelisa even though before the game sabona ema protest Tinyos tifake protest ngasikali lagcina athola penalty waphinzwa ishaya lengicaba ukuthi letinye team Fabrice ngiyangithi as focus kakhulu on the behind the scenes kakhulu focus kakhulu grounding ngicabanga ukuthi basinike igame lemnanze kakhulu yakora qala imbabona Highlanders through le penalty yasikali basi Tinyosi ngicabanga ukuthi imbucuko played very well.
Ngubona ukhuluma naye master I think it was Thursday during a press conference la esquad, and I think we were concerned as an experienced player na ubuka nje le setup yabo master, can they and became maybe in the top 4 top 5 now buka nje badlala ngayo. What a goal. In fact the question lengayibuda ukuthi will he want to prove a point against imbabana Highlanders or what there's nothing to prove because sodlalile yena ka Premier League lengicabanga ukuthi logo sign maturity because lo munye angabe so isaba lapha ekhaya boxing wathola ke goal umbucuko waphinzwa assista because nala assist yakhe la ifaka le khathe cross boxing but ngicabanga for embabona Highlanders they need to fix the defense kakhulu bengiya lapho mase ukuthi nangibuka ukuthi the two goals they seem to have came from the same area sithini ngale defense embabona Highlanders.
I'm worried kakhulu nge defense yayo embabona Highlanders because nawubuka le goal ambucuko nje leqala ngicabanga ukuthi bekune gap lene kakhulu lapha ekhaya boxing ngicabanga ukuthi kumele ukuthi coach but ke Fabrice ngeke ngasho before nakuqala isizini ngathi I'm not sure if Mbabane Highlanders have the right coach to lead the team.
Okay, Master, quickly nje sasho ukuthi we speak the truth, we die because we speak the truth, as long as sizama ukusetha sive ngosi sathi ukuthi kwendekana. Ukhulumekana ngechairman kwalelicembu ali homo mhlawumbe nje sisaphuma sitayitsinza nenzabe ukuthi khona abafuna kumcosha. Apparent alleged. Do you as the head coach una siyabonga Bhembe ngiyabavakashela nje Saturday just after this game ngibuka nami the body language le khona ground Master asisho ukuthi asikasho ukuthi do aphume asikasho nje but nawubuka nje la bafuna kuya khona in the direction of the club mhlawumbe you feel like there should be something added within the technical.
Remember ukuthi do ufike as an assistant coach la lethongwe Khokhe Vilakati last season, may his soul rest in peace. Lengicaba ukuthi bekumele esikhashanyana ahlale kule team at least 3 of seasons solo anga assistant coach. He's not a bad coach, but I feel like the team, remember some few years ago bakhona abocoach labafikile ngibabana Highlanders bafikile bo Teresai Changara Badara naye may soul rest in peace Ngubane the South African bonke labo coach labo bona ukuthi cishe kukhona le team yabasiza because this is a big team. Ayidzingi umumvu lo taba nema mistakes nqumbi kweqala lo khona ukuthi amanage dressing room, kwesibili the personalities la khona la kule team, kwesithathu the politics la khona le team ngidzinga ukuthi lo coach abe cool, calm and collected. So ngicaba ukuthi yena coach Dio angisho ukuthi is a bad coach, but I feel like Mbabane Highlanders utsinga Lisito, yes, with Isia a very good physical coach and assistant coach. Ngicabanga ukuthi ukahle kuMbabane Highlanders, but ngala head coach ngicabanga ukuthi bayadzinga another coach.
All right, of course, Mbabane Highlanders went on and scored the second goal on the day, and the game ended 2-2. Now, the game prior to that, Master, bekune Monini Pirates itfana nethulu ne Malandi. Now buka nje Master, that's Lizwe's one. I think bengikhuluma ukuthi nangabe sibuki agenda 2030 ukuthi singakha national team range. Do you think it will be a product to rely on? Maybe usaplana from today. But he needs a bigger figure to rely on.
I think before ngikhuluma ngeMorning Pirates ngalizwe ngikhuluma ngeMalandi Chiefs, this is a result of kuba better coach, because iMalandi Chiefs iqala isizini, in fact kwamenyetelwa about 2 weeks ago ukuthi isizini tawuqala and coach wabo siyathi ukuthi is a Zambian coach Christopher Tembo wangakhona kubuya because of things about the COVID, because yena kumele ahambe ngebus. Ngicabanga ukuthi the way labadlala ngayo ikakhombisa ukuthi cishe kude dineng letinkinga
na bench ubona ngathi I see enough in terms of mass substitution.
If Malandi Chiefs itaqhubeka kanje ngibona i-relegation, but for Morning Pirates ngicabanga ukuthi Lizwe remember last season waqala isizini like a house on fire. He was on fire, this boy wadlala kahle kakhulu in ishumi because lwazi bekadlala as a wing back ngala ka right, bese sekuba na Lizwe every time lama moves off the ball I'm happy ngaye, even nale finishing yakhe inside the box I'm happy ngaye, ukhombisa maturity, because our young players skatsevele kwabona more especially ma strikers ngathi lokwabona lapha ekhase boxing
timing
exactly. So ngicabanga ukuthi for Morning Pirates match up, remember ukuthi even isizini iqale there were a lot of talks naye bekangafuni kubuya ku Morning Pirates afuna kuya somewhere, ngeke ngilisho lelicembu bas bekafuna kuya somewhere. Fortunately no for Morning Pirates ubuyile uyadlala and is getting the goals for them and batawuthemba ke balandzele boMorning Pirates
labadlali sivile ukuthi bathola 300 nje malangeni after the game. I-confidence
ibusekele kakhulu. Remember ukuthi ngalesine sakhuluma naye Nqobizitha eMlilo wakhuluma ukuthi badlali baholile, in fact ubangetele kunake bebavumelane ngako. So ngicabanga ukuthi these are the kinds of motivation ngidlala ngikhuluma ngayo ukuthi lo kunawubanika labadlali le mali extrinsic motivation, but labadlali ukuthi bahambe bayodlala lapha ekhaya groundini basi we want to win, I want to kubhala igama lami in the history books, ile intrinsic motivation. So ngicabanga ukuthi badlali match boost for Monen Pirates behind the scenes and on the field.
That's not the only game that played, of course, on Friday, on Easter Friday, as we look at the results on week 3, and of course on the return. Teams like Bawene Swallows, of course, took the highlight 3-0. You look at Denver Sanders playing a 2-2 draw. We look at the results, Master, and I think you mentioned something. Naskuma ngesikhathi sihlangu sidlala draw against Senegal. When teams are returning, igame yokuqala iba lukhuni vele. But Stabuka game for Sukambe njani. But what the weekend was Friday? No buka
my results are Friday, Fabrice. Utu yabuka 17 goals la Korea on Friday only. So ngicabanga ukuthi labo coach ngihlale ngisho asibaneke credit. If my teams ku game tawubona 4 goals 2-2 draw. So ngicabanga ukuthi kuhle lokho. Yes ngala defensive ngicabanga ukuthi nakhona dineng le team vele kumele ukuthi batlungise, but offensively ngicabanga ukuthi singabanika le credit because we are getting the goals, because Ebola it's about scoring ama goals. So ngicabanga ukuthi for us ama neutrals si happy ngale sikubona even nama predictions khona le ngawathola laba spot on, because on Thursday ngenda some predictions Monen Pirates bengithi ta ukora 3 ukora 2 isibets bengithi ta draw ya draw vele. So ngicabanga ukuthi ngileti involve ukubuka ukuthi klama games at Thursday a Friday vele tinvo betingeke tizithambe kahle, but kulamanye ama teams lende kahle ejimini kulama games la anamuhla ladlalile namuhla. Ngicabanga ukuthi
nayo ama games bengithi siyathinza kancane iWanderers of course went down 3-1.
Asicale Manzini Bets iya draw njoba ngishilo ukuthi kuma games ecalo yayingadlali kahle ya draw, but today iwinile 3-1 against Peacemakers. So kutshengisa something lo tinyosi that draw against Mbabane Highlanders today.
Tinyosi Master, so ngiyasho tinyosi ngathi khona lemvule khona kule tinyosi
kakhulu Fabrice. Kukhona ku assemblisha squad lesikahle ukhona lokuthi uthole the right players labantu abane right attitude bumbucuku for example. So ngicabanga ukuthi bakahle iresult labangeke balandzele bemanzini Wanderers bayijabulele ngileya namuhla because badliwe Young Buffaloes 3-1. Le ngicabanga akusiwo score longathi uyafuna ukuthi usiconcede nangabe ufuna kuwina ileague Fabrice, because imanzini Wanderers yakhumbula ukuthi Friday bawina, but today badliwa le inconsistency lesikhuluma ngayo kulama teams le part bengadlali away. In fact yapostpone leyo game leyo, but
so singasho ukuthi game yabo yokuqala nabo
bane Young Buffaloes, but for Mbabane Swallows they won
the first game
Friday. Today they won, they hammered Green Mamba. So ngicabanga ukuthi that's a very very good scoreline against the team lenjenge Green Mamba. Slowly but surely Mbabane Swallows iyabuya on form now buka ukuthi coach uyakhona lo, but Denver Sanders Monen Pirates igame leyo beyitough vele bekuyi derby bengayigathi draw, but for Sanders because by draw first game by draw namuhla
it's a derby, maybe mhlawumbe one would understand on behalf of Pirates.
Yes, but la results for Monen Pirates because ba win the first game namuhla ba draw vele ba understand ukuthi cishe
unathi inkulumo ke edolobheni lelibovu Master ukuthi seba number 1 Wanderers after 4 games. When last did you see Wanderers as number 1?
Bebang number one Fabrice Friday because bebana 7 points bona, but today ibe sesiyashintsha le log Manzini Bets yawina 8 points, Tinyosi 8 points, Young Buffaloes 7 points. Young Buffaloes in a game in hand. Manzini Wanderers libengishilo ukuthi Friday tindo weekend labane ngabona ku social media sabathi ileague bacela salevele cancelo
Wanderers
Manzini Wanderers.
If we use the same rules as na last year bangaba ama champions.
Ile ngicabanga ukuthi for every team nyalo kucinga ukuthi every game be final, because asati ukuthi ileague ingamiswa nini i-third wave tinombolo titawunyuka nini, so every game akube like i-final ukuthi nakuthiwa yanele file le season umvat khanza number 1.
tomorrow there's one game, of course, left as we leave the studio. I think it's Mbabane Highlanders against Meeting Hospitals.
Yes, nale itaba tough, but for Mbabane Highlanders ngicabanga it's a must win game. Now kuze bato catch up lapha eTulu bato khona ukuthi babuye babe lapha eTulu kuloko. So ngicabanga for Meeting Hospitals nayo motivated to play against Mbabane Highlanders, but for Mbabane Highlanders otherwise nabangalungisa i-defense ngicabanga sibatama nentinga but kumele kube i-win for Mbabane Highlanders.
Usakhuluma ngembabane Highlanders sasiyaphuma master bayasicocha. I heard you on the news, you did a story with the chairman Ali Khomo ukhuluma ukuthi kunethimvo ngathi khona abantu bafuna kumsusa master. Maybe there's be development on Thursday ehlelo nebhola Eswatini, but quickly the politically ekhona master yayisita le team.
I hate talking about these things, Fabrice, because I've been talking about it for the past 9 years. Ngikhuluma ngetimvo ngema elders team ukuthi yicancer le na ukhuluma ngecancer ukhuluma ngema elders la ngayisidi team that's noma ashota ngemanti ema players angakhona kwathengela emanti so ngicaba ukuthi le role angi understand mina ukuthi yani le role yabo
ikhona yini kuma FIFA structure
kude I role kanjalo even na FIFA kude nje inakhuza le department lokuthiwa ma patrons la ma elders batathi nasebafuna uqosha Infantino bamqoshe kude invele njalo kune executive committee likhethiwe likhethwa lo president nebamvu bakhe balacela. So ngicaba ukuthi tinvo leti kanjalo if tikhona mbamba Fabrice because samuva yena asekune bamvu labafuna kumqosha kule team lasa ngasathi anga understand ukuthi usasenguye direct ngala Monen Paris bekutinvo leti kanjalo but wacecisa emlilo nangala kumbabana lenda sithemba ukuthi esikhathini lesitako tinvo leti kanjalo if bamvu bafuna ukuthatha i-team abavete account bavete ukuthi they are ready to run i-team professional babaholele badlali labo 15,000 labaholo ngilabanye badlali inyalo so ngicabanga nje ukuthi tinzaba tema elders dinvo lekumele ngaba sakhulumi ngato nyalo
kunengamfunzile namuhle under the leadership of course of Linda Master on a magic couch utsi inzabe ema patrons it's cancer for football not ukuthi we don't know if of course presence yabo where does it fit under FIFA structure. Otherwise if the league was to be stopped today, Manzini Seabirds will be the champions of 2020-21. They could go out and represent us under CAF Champions League. Otherwise, for those who joined us on different platforms, it could be YouTube, it could be on Skuchane or on Eswatini TV app. It was a lovely time, of course, being with us. More developments, of course, on the M10 Premier League, on the issue, of course, of this issue of patrons and elders. Any other things, it will be live here on Eswatini TV in the presence of my colleague Patrice Msibi on Libor Eswatini. Of course, Master also is going to be. Otherwise, for me, the time is gone. We're going to love and leave you and say the word that we always leave you to say, Eswatini TV, sidlora gomnons.